Our next step is going to be to calculate the error of the closure and the precision. So the error of the closure is actually the square root of the sum of the squares, which should make sense because that's how pretty much all vectors work, because latitude and departures are really just secret vectors. And if we want to find the magnitude of a vector, we find the square root of the sum of the squares. So the error of the closure is the square root of the sum of the squares, and the precision is given by the closure over the total perimeter. So that kind of gives you like the percent problem, the percent error. So we can go ahead and calculate this. So we have our error, so our error in the latitude and the error in the departure. So we could say, I forgot what we called it already. We called it closure, error of the closure. I knew that. Error of the closure of the closure. Can't spell. This way. So the error of the closure is the square root of this squared plus this squared. So the error of the closure is the square root of the sum of the squares, and then the precision, and I'm going to do that too. The precision is given by the error divided by the total length. So the total length is the sum of all these guys, and so that gives us a very, very, very small precision. There are some things you need to know about precision. So there are minimum acceptable precisions for different types of surveys. So rural land is like 1 in 5,000, 1 in 7,500, or 1 in 10,000. And so if our precision is within the legal limits, then we can go ahead and balance. If the precision is not within the legal limits, then that means we have to start over. So let's check and see what our precision is. So to get this over 10,000, so if we want to say, okay, well, what would this be over what number? It would be this. Come here. No, not that. 1 divided by this. So our error is basically 1 per this number. So we have 1 error per 4,500 measurement, which is actually kind of high. But we'll just pretend, I guess, because your book thought it was fine. Is within the legal limits. We'll pretend that's within the legal limits, and we'll go ahead and we'll do the balance.